We're going live. It's thinking. Oh, and it's telling me I'm live. Hello, you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, whatever. Hello to everyone who's here. You guys, I'm so happy to see you all. I love that there are already questions in the chat. So I'm going to dive right in. I'm getting right to it. I'm going to say some hellos when we get moving, but let me answer this first question because I love this one so much. So actually, you know what? I'm going to answer two questions really quickly and then I'll say some hellos. So Nancy says, hi, Paula. I've recently found you and was alarmed at how many calories I'm supposed to eat. I love this question. I've been eating 300 to 600 less than that on a program, but not losing. Eating more works? I love how this is a question. So the thing is, Nancy, you've actually already answered your own question. You are eating significantly less and you're not losing. What do you have to lose by trying something different? Nothing. You have nothing to lose. You're already not getting where you want to go. And therefore, in order to get where you want to go, you're going to have to do something different. Your options are to eat more or to eat less. Like these are the two things that you could do. I'm going to suspect, I have no idea what number the calculators gave you, but if you're saying that you're eating 600 calories less than that, I don't think you have any lower to go. Like, I think that you would be really, really, really miserable eating less. So why not try eating more? Isn't that awesome? Isn't it freeing when you think about that? Like, I get what you're saying about being alarmed. I will tell you, I actually kind of chuckled when I saw that word because isn't it funny how our brain will offer us that this is alarming, this is scary to eat food? That shouldn't be scary. That should actually be the most natural thing in the world. And the reason why so many women end up eating what they think of as more on my program. And my program is to tell you to go figure out how many number of calories is the right number of calories. So it's not that I'm telling you should be eating X amount. It's that you have an amount that your body needs to be eating. And that's what you should be eating in order to lose weight. So when we get alarmed by that number, or when our brain offers us that this is scary to eat more, I'm really going to encourage you to ask yourself why. Because sometimes we'll just hear that in our minds, like, oh, that's scary, and we won't bother to question it. Like, why is it scary to think about eating food? Why is it scary to think about doing something different? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you at least part of the reason why. Part of the reason why is because your brain, all of our brains, we are all really hardwired to not like to do new things. Like new equals scary, scary equals you could die, the end. Like this is what your brain has to offer you on a daily basis. Oh, if you do that new and different thing, we're probably going to die. So that's your brain's job, is to protect you from scary things. But eating the right number of calories isn't actually scary. And this is why I'm going to tell you to really ask yourself why you think it feels alarming, why you think it feels scary. It's just because your brain is offering you this thought, and you don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe that at all. You can believe anything you want to believe. And honestly, when you look at it logically without letting your brain offer you that this is terrifying, when you look at it logically, that you really do have two options in order to lose weight. You can eat more or you can eat less, and eating less sounds really foolish. Why not try eating more? Give it a shot. Give it a shot and see what happens. And keep your mind open enough to the fact that this could work. I have hundreds, I'm sure there's actually thousands of success stories that you can hear that talk about how when you allow your body to eat the right amount of calories, how it just all falls into place. It totally works the way that your body is meant to work. And it's awesome. It's really exciting. Okay, and then let's see. And Pam has a question about how to add running in, and I'm going to get to you in just a second. And Denise says, Paula, what do you eat in the morning? I actually have an entire video about what I eat during the day. Really quickly though, I eat a shake / smoothie. It's milk and protein powder and a banana and peanut butter and spinach. Really, really simple, really, really easy every day. It just sets me up in the right mood. Okay, you guys, because it's early on, I want to make sure that for those of you watching the replay later, I want to answer this question right away because I told you I had a really exciting announcement, and Maya obviously already knew about it. You guys, let me tell you the announcement, and then Maya, I'm going to answer your question. So I have been wanting to do this for so long, and I'm finally just jumping in and making it happen. And it's either going to be awesome or it won't be, but I think it's going to be awesome. I am offering every single month. I am doing a 1 week, 7-day challenge that you can repeat for the entire month. For years, I have just doled out one video at a time and said, oh, here you go, do with this whatever you want. Maybe this applies to you, maybe this doesn't. Good luck. And that has always bothered me. Like, I love these 31-day series like we're doing in January, where I can just lay it all out for you and say, hey, this is how you put it together. This is what you do all week or all month. And here you go. Like, this is as easy as it gets. And so I've been trying to figure out how I could personally sustain any kind of, because 31 days in a row, just so you know, 31 days in a row is a lot. I love to put it out. I love the challenge. I love the excitement of it, but it's not something that I can do month after month after month. And so I've been trying to figure out how in the world I could offer you the best of both worlds. And I think the 7-day challenge is the way that it's really going to be perfect for you. So every month from the 1st through the 7th, I will have 7 new videos in a row that you can repeat as a week, because it's laid out perfectly as a week of workouts we've got dumbbells in our hands for 3 times. It's nice and moderate. You could make it, and this is answering your question, Maya, you could turn it into body shaping if you'd like to. I am presenting it as weight loss / moderation, because even if you are doing body shaping, as you well know, if you're doing the body shaping series, then you know that 4 days of the week are still moderate. So offering you 7 days of moderate exercises, at least one of them is very easy to turn into a push day. And one of them is actually really easy to turn into a very active rest day. And then the full on resting, recuperating day, I'm going to let you take care of that yourself, because it's really easy to just go for a walk or choose from one of my other videos. So every single month for the foreseeable future, we have a new 7-day challenge coming out. And I'm so excited about this. I'm thrilled. I've already got February's ready to go. I'm about to start scheduling and getting them prepared for you on YouTube. And it's so exciting. And I hope that you guys are excited about this too, because this makes it so easy. It makes it so easy to just get up every day and press play and get what you need to get where you want to go. I love it. Okay, so speaking of getting where you want to go, Pam, I love this. I've lost 40 and have 20 more. I would like to begin running, but how do I continue an exercise program and add running, but still keep in moderation as part of the weight loss program? Or can I do both? I have 2 answers on this one, Pam. Number 1, I'm going to strongly encourage you to really just focus on losing the weight. And this is why. It's not because I think you need to lose weight. It has nothing to do with that. It's when you make a promise to yourself that you're going to lose weight. You really need to follow through on that. It's a thing that your brain knows that you have made a promise. And if you get distracted by a shiny object, there will always be that thing in the back of your mind, I really wanted to lose 20 more pounds. I really wanted to get to that finish line. And I understand you're looking for another finish line. Totally get that. But here's probably why. I have a guess. I don't know you, and I don't know if this is what's going on, but this is my guess, is that you've lost weight and you're feeling really good, and it's a good place to be. And it's also maybe a tiny bit boring, because right here in the middle, it starts to get boring. There's no other way to say that. It starts to get oh, I'm still doing this, and I still have this goal that's still kind of in the future, and I'd really like to do something a little bit more exciting right now. This is what your brain is offering you, that you would like to do something more exciting right now. I'm going to offer you that there is nothing more exciting than actually finishing what you start. Finish what you start. You can 1 or 2 days a week, you can have a moderate learning to run, mostly walking, a couple of running pickups. But when you start to make running your focus, I'm so excited, I'm learning how to run, I'm going to run, I'm training to run, I'm learning to run, I'm going to run a 5K, here I go. All of a sudden, weight loss isn't going to be as important. And when weight loss isn't the top of your mind, I'm guessing that you know, if weight loss isn't your priority, it starts to slow down even more. And it's already a slow process. When you keep weight loss top of mind, your number 1 priority, you will continue to make strides towards hitting your goal. When you start to get distracted by some shiny object over here, oh, I really want to get stronger, or I really want to work on my heart health, or I really want to get more flexible, Those are all fine things, and those are all things that you can do while you're losing weight. But when your brain is focused on something else, it makes it harder to do that first thing. This is why I really, really, really encourage you, Pam, really specifically. Yes, you can add gentle learning to run activities into your week, but focus on your weight loss. Finish it all the way up. There is something that fundamentally changes in you as a human being when you reach a goal. And it's really hard for me to put it into words other than there's something for you to find. And maybe that something for you to find is right now when you are kind of distracting yourself, when you are thinking, oh, there's this other thing I'd really like to be doing. That's something to learn about yourself. That's something for you to work through and figure out. Why am I willing to start something new? Why am I willing to distract myself from this thing that I want? It's worthy of paying attention to. And again, you can start the running process. I'm not telling you not to do that. You can start the running process and totally keep it moderate, mostly walking with some running intervals. You can prepare yourself for like hitting the ground running when you hit your goal weight, but finish what you start. Keep that promise to yourself. You will never, ever, ever regret finishing what you start. You will never regret getting to where you promised yourself you were going to go. All right. Kathy says, if I work out in the morning, would that set me up for the whole day? Or there was more to that. Oh my gosh, chat just totally moved on me. I see that there's lots of you here. Let me see if I can get some hellos. But Kathy, let me tell you really quickly that it doesn't really matter what time of day you work out. As long as you are not injuring yourself and you are meeting your goals, and pay attention to that, because sometimes we just keep working out. We're not getting where we want to go. And I don't know what your goal is. But if you really pay attention and notice that it's not working for you, it's not working for you. If you really pay attention and you notice, hey, I feel amazing, then you feel amazing. I mean, there's no better answer than that. If you feel amazing, you feel amazing. Yay, that's what we all want. I love it. I love it. Oh, so David says, good morning, Paula. I had a small question. No such thing as a small question, but I love this. How do you keep yourself motivated to work out every day? I have my first cross-country race next Thursday, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that people were racing cross-country. Here in California, we've been on stay-at-home orders, and I don't think anybody is doing any kind of live racing. Oh my gosh. Both of my kids ran cross country and I love it. Love, 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 love cross country. I loved being a cross country mom because it's the only sport where the spectators have to run too in order to see you along the course. So for me personally, the way that I stay motivated, honestly, working out is my job. So it's pretty easy for me to be motivated to work out for you guys. When I am working out for myself, I mean, all those years that I worked out for myself before I turned this into my job, I just really enjoyed it. And then that is probably the biggest thing that I hope to give to you guys. It's why I try to make my workouts fun. When you enjoy what you're doing, you never really think about it. You never really think, oh, this is difficult, or I don't like it, or I don't want to. It's a pleasure. It's enjoyable. And what might not be enjoyable, I mean, specifically if you are running cross country, I know that you have to push yourself. I mean, you are racing. It is a different mindset and mentality. And I'm going to encourage you to really tap into, I know this sounds funny, but I'm going to encourage you to tap into a feeling of competitiveness. Competitive with yourself. I'm not asking you to win the race unless you do, in which case, oh my gosh, congratulations. But being competitive with yourself and just seeing, can I get better today? Can I do something to get better today? Can I do what it takes to be the best that I can be? And I will tell you that that doesn't always mean working out harder. Sometimes, in fact, somewhat frequently, it means taking rest, taking recovery, doing something slow moving like core work or strength work, doing everything that you need to do your best includes a lot of things like getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, eating properly, recovering properly. It's not all just go, go, go. And so when you kind of take in the whole picture, it can be a little bit more motivating because you're not just focusing on, oh my gosh, I have to run so hard today, because you're not just running hard. You are doing lots of different things to be at your peak of fitness. That's so exciting. Good luck to you. So excited for you. Okay, hello, Paula. Enjoying the new WOW videos. Yay, really working on my thoughts today. Feeling a little emotional. The workouts and your advice in the podcast and workout help so much. Thank you. I'm so glad. And Kay, I will tell you, feeling emotional is not a problem. Your feelings are not problems to solve. And as soon as you start thinking about it that way, it really changes it. Because I know that I'll tell you a story about somewhat recently, which was a little over a month ago. I was anticipating the anniversary of my sister's death, and I was sad. I mean, as one is. And I was really angry. I didn't know why. I kept trying to go over it in my mind. Why do I feel so angry about this? And it was frustrating. So I had like three emotions. I was sad, and then I was angry, and I was frustrated that I was angry. And I had just all these emotions going on, and I kept trying to just plow through. I kept telling myself, I have to get to work. I don't have time for this right now. And I just kept churning and churning and churning. And I was trying to solve the problem of my emotions. And I will tell you that the thing that solved the problem was to simply sit down and feel it. I allowed myself the grace to just sit and cry. I was sad. It's sad. So when I did that, and I realized that the reason that I was angry is because I was judging myself for being sad. It was this whole triple, quadruple layer of an onion where I was angry at myself for being sad, and I was frustrated that I was angry, and I wasn't even allowing myself to feel any of the feelings. As soon as I simply allowed myself to feel sad, I'm not going to say the sadness went away, but the anger went away and the frustration went away. And when I allowed myself to feel sad, I realized that that it was totally okay to just feel sad. And it didn't last as long as I thought. This is the thing that I have to offer you. When you are feeling emotional, some of what you are feeling is because you are resisting just going towards it. I wholeheartedly encourage you, whatever it is that's bothering you today, just lean into it. Lean into it, feel it all the way through. I promise it's not going to last as long as you think. The reason it's lasting so long, the reason that it feels like a struggle is because you're trying not to feel the original thing. Let yourself be whatever it is that you are, sad, frustrated, angry, whatever it is. Let yourself feel it, and I promise it goes away faster than you think, and you'll feel better for a couple of reasons. One, because you felt it all the way through. Our bodies are actually meant to feel emotions. It's one of the things that we are hardwired for. We have adrenal glands that release all kinds of different emotions in us. I mean, I know it's a little bit more complicated than that, but what happens is when you have specifically when you have a strong emotion, I know you can feel that strong emotion. How when you get embarrassed, you get super hot, your skin gets flushed, your heart starts pounding, you sweat a little bit. That physical response. And you'll get that from being sad. You'll get that from being happy. You don't notice it as much when you have good emotions, but think about it. When you're excited, your heart starts to pound a little bit more. You actually get a little bit flushed. It looks and feels different than embarrassment, but physically, there are actually a lot of the same characteristics. It comes from your adrenal glands. When your brain sends out signals that creates a feeling in you, that feeling has a physical embodiment that comes from hormones that we release. Those kinds of emotion hormones are meant to be fast term. They're meant to flood and then recede. They're like the tide. If you think about it like the ocean, that's exactly what a lot of emotions feel like when you let yourself feel them. When you try to block them, they're trying to surge, but you're trying to block them. So they're just right here and they can't surge and then recede. When you just let yourself surge, it will recede. And it's one of the nicest gifts you can give yourself, honestly. Feel your feelings, just feel them all the way through. Accept the fact that you're going to feel lousy sometimes. Sometimes we have emotions that don't feel good, and then they go away too. Just like every emotion we have, if you feel them all the way through. You didn't even ask me a question about that, but there you go. Esther says hello from the Netherlands. Carrie is here from snowy Connecticut. Jasmine is here from Indonesia. Oh my gosh. 10:30 p.m. Jasmine, thank you so much for staying up. That is so far past my bedtime. I would never stay up for a live YouTube at 10:30 p.m. Thank you for being here. Julie says good morning. I'm excited to be here on a Wednesday morning. No kidding. I know it feels weird, huh? It's different from our Friday mornings. You guys, if you are on Facebook, like at all, come on over to the Killer Beehive. There's a link in every single description box of every video ever for the Killer Beehive. It's free. It's private. It's super fun, super interactive, incredibly supportive. I actually do these Q&As every single Friday. So it's fun. Come on over. If you're on Facebook. If you're not, I totally understand. Trust me, I understand. I've gotten to the point on Facebook, you guys, where I don't go on my main feed at all. I go into my groups and then I am out the door because I don't want to see everybody's opinions about everything. Tammy says good morning. Leslie says good morning. Sharon is here from Hayes. Strong Sacramento wins. No kidding, girlfriend. Can you believe this? Oh my gosh, I was awake like half the night last night because of the winds. Wind, I don't know how all y'all who live in places that get like high, strong winds and stormy weather. I live in California, Sacramento, in fact. And it's normally just like really, really moderate, really mild all the time. We do get a lot of heat in the summer and we do get rain in the winter, but we don't have like extreme weather here at all. And we have, I don't even know, some really gusty wind and heavy pelting rain right now. And it is freaking me out. I would not do good in a tornado, just so you know. Bonker says, hi, cutie. Hopefully that's not spam. I'm going to keep my eye on you. I'm going to keep my eye on you. Which you might have been just saying something nice too. Debbie, hey, good morning. Gail says, good morning, Paula. Do you use a food tracker to help? This is such an interesting question. And Gail, I saw that you had a question over on the post that I had about should we be eating 4 meals. So when I was losing weight, I did track my food. Now that I am not losing weight, because I'm maintaining, I don't track my food at all. I absolutely, strongly, wholeheartedly encourage you to track your food while you are losing weight. It is the way to be aware of what you are eating. It's the way to make good decisions and to really get in the habit of thinking before you just eat. Once you have gotten in the habit of thinking before you eat, you can carry that skill over with you for the rest of your life. I think before I eat, I pay attention to my hunger cues, and I eat what I'm hungry for. So no, I do not use a food tracker. To be fair though, I've also been working with people who lose weight for years and years and years. I have a pretty good estimation of how many calories are in most things. I can eyeball something and be pretty close. I can listen to something. Once I start pulling out the ingredients, I can be like, okay, that's, 100 there, 200 there, that kind of thing. I have a pretty good database of how many calories are in most common foods, or at least common foods that I eat. So do I use a food tracker? No. Am I kind of still tracking my food? A little bit. I'm paying attention to it, which could be all you need. It could be a matter of paying attention. But again, though, if you are losing weight, I do strongly recommend that you pay closer attention to it, because it is a skill that really takes time to develop. It really takes practice to pay attention to, okay, here's this thing that I'm eating and here's how many calories it has, and this is how it feels in my body. Paying attention not just to what you want to eat, but what you want to eat and how it feels is that lifelong skill that's going to help you keep the weight off forever. Christine says, you have changed my life, Paula. Thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. That is so nice. Thank you. I'm really happy that you're feeling different. I love that. Wendy says, good morning, Paula and Bees from England. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I'm not, Wendy. I'm loving doing Paula's workouts at lunchtime to break up my working from home day. Oh, I love that. What a great time to work out. Just gives you lots of energy right in the middle of the day to get back to your afternoon. Amy says, replace this is scary to this is exciting. Your body reacts the same. We were literally just talking about this. I love it. And that's such a beautiful way of thinking about something. Because that word exciting, it changes how you perceive it. But you're right. The feeling in your body, almost exactly the same. I love that. Cece Mama says, how does exercise help with weight loss? Honestly, it helps mostly with your mental health. It helps with your physical health. As your body gets more efficient at doing things, one of the things that it will become more efficient at is simply taking in and using calories, using energy. Your body gets efficient in a lot of different things. And when you are moving, your body can move, like digestion through you. When you are paying attention to your body through exercise, it will help you pay attention to the other things that you need to do for weight loss also. It's very interesting to me how there's nothing that we do that truly exists in a vacuum. When you start exercising and start thinking about your body, like literally just thinking about your body. How does my body feel? What is my body doing? What do I feel like after I exercise? What do I feel like before I exercise? Even thinking about your body in terms of exercise spills over into thinking about your body in lots of different ways. What kind of fuel should I use to fuel my workouts? What kind of, self-love can I give myself when I see that I'm creating muscles, or when I notice that I can climb stairs easier? There will be subtle things that you do that help with weight loss because you are exercising that don't really seem to have anything to do with exercise. And I know that the answer that most people are looking for is, oh, it helps you burn calories. That's the least of it. Honestly, it is the absolute least benefit that you get from exercise. I know it's the thing that lots of us would love to glom onto, but truly it's a real, it's a barrier in our language that we use the word calories for what we take in as energy and what we put out as energy, because they are not the same. When you take in energy, it's a pretty one-to-one relationship. Like the food has calories, you eat it, and then your body digests it. So you are gaining energy. But what you are actually gaining is you're gaining storage of energy. Like when you eat, your body doesn't just immediately put all that energy right back out. Your body stores it for later, and it stores it in a couple of different places. And the process by which it pulls things out of storage, I mean, you can literally figure this, like, think about it when you're pulling something out of storage. Like, you have to go to storage, you have to unlock the shed, you have to climb on a ladder to get it out. Like it's not nearly as easy as just taking in energy. Taking in energy is incredibly simple. You have food, you eat it, done and done. When you are expending energy, your body is making lots of decisions about where to get the energy from. Your body has different ways of storing energy, and based on all of the inputs that you give it, not just I'm exercising so I want to burn fat. when you are sleeping well and drinking enough water and managing your mindset and living a healthy life in lots of different ways, then your body can make more efficient choices for where the energy comes from. But when you're exercising sporadically, or exercising too much, or exercising in ways that your body isn't used to, your body will make different decisions about where that stored energy comes from. So while lots of fitness trainers love to promise you that you're burning tons of calories or that you're burning fat, your body will maybe make that decision and maybe it won't. Your body is going to do what it does from the inputs that it has, not just the input of this exercise, but everything that you are doing over the course of your day. Frankly, everything that you are doing over the course of I'm assuming your body is taking a much, much bigger picture look at all the things that we do. It probably looks at a week, probably thinking about a month, and definitely your body is geared towards thinking about your entire lifespan. So small decisions, yes, they can have big impact over time, but exercise, I mean, thinking about exercise in terms of like burning calories or burning fat, it's just not that simple. It's just not. Your body is so much more complex and miraculous than, oh, I burned, 30 minutes of fat today. No, you probably didn't. Your body did what your body did, and it chose to burn whatever it chose to burn based on everything that you're doing, not just exercising. And hopefully that answered your question, because I came around that from a couple of different angles. Sarit says, hi, Pahla. I just want to say thank you. I have a problem with my eyes, and I can do some high impact exercises. Excuse me. Your videos help me stay motivated. I finally found something I can still do. That's so awesome. Yay. That is such a wonderful feeling to find something that you can do and like to do. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Christine says, yes, I'm looking forward to the challenge. Yay. And Maria says, I love the series too. They give structure. Exactly. This is the thing. You guys, if you know me at all, you know that I love to have a plan. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Like, give me a rule, I'll follow it. Give me a calendar, I'll keep to it. This is what I'm doing right now in my job. I've just started like putting every single thing that I do on my calendar so that I just don't have to think anymore. I just don't make decisions. I make one decision on Sunday nights. I put it all in the calendar. And then every day I get up and I'm like, what am I doing today? Okay, boom, done. And I love it. I love it. And that's what I want to offer you, that feeling of Just get it done. In a good way. That sounded a little bit dread, but no, I mean it in a good way. Shirley, good morning. It's good to see you. Julie says, will your archived weekly mini challenges still stay where they are? Yes, absolutely. So here's the thing. If you guys are familiar with my website, it's pahlabfitness.com, which I used to announce for like hundreds of years before I finally changed it to Your Best Fitness Friend, which I like so much better. But now you don't always hear my website. I have a website, pahlabfitness.com. So the mini challenges will live on in infamy forever, as long as I have a website and as long as I don't have some developer come along and delete she deleted all of my mini challenges and I reinstated the ones from 2019 and 2020. So there are 2 years worth of archived. The first year and a half got lost when I hired somebody to help me with my website who hindered my website, which was, I'm still bitter about that. And yes, I'm doing some mindset work on that. But anyways, yes, to answer your question. And if you are looking for the playlists, lots of them are on the Pahla B Fitness channel. But then I created that new channel. It was called Pahla B Fitness Mini Challenge. I think it's just called Mini Challenges. Lots and lots of the playlists exist on there as well. So you can help yourself in any way you want to. The PDFs still exist. The playlists still exist. There's still really good stuff. I just am not going to be creating them like that anymore. Lori says, ooh, sounds exciting. Yay, I'm so excited for you. Callie K says, sounds great. Awesome. So LBC says, so would we do that over and over for the rest of that month? Yes, that is one of your options. Now, here's the thing. I know that I just told you here, I'm going to give this to you and you never have to think again. But if you want to, you totally can think again. Here's the way I see it. In my mind, I'm like, okay, so February 1st through the 7th, I've got 7 new videos coming out for you. And then we just completed this WOW series. So like pick a week from the WOW series to do that second week. And then if you haven't already gone through 12 times the the weight loss challenge from 2020, go ahead and do a week of that. And then do the February one again. So there's plenty of variety. There's all kinds of fun stuff. You've repeated, you've really gotten mastery over it, but you didn't have to do the exact same thing every single week for the month. As the months go on, a full week every single month in 4 months, you're going to have a whole month. And then as the year goes on, as I was really saying, as the year goes on, you won't have to be repeating very much of anything at all because you'll have so much to choose from. Yes, there'll be repeats, but it'll have been months since you've done them, so you won't have them all memorized the way I know lots of you did last year in 2020. I know lots of you have completely memorized the 2020 weight loss challenge. And I love that. I love that because you went through it so many times. This is why I want to offer you so many more series so that you've got new things to memorize. Oh my gosh, you guys, I see that I got a super chat. Let me say thank you to that. AE, thank you so much. This is Hi Paula, just learned of you earlier this month. Love you and the videos. Weight loss, body shaping, already in progress. So happy to no longer participate in high impact. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And I'm so glad that you are enjoying the videos. That makes me really happy. Julie says, hi Paula, I'm new here. Just started my exercise routine this week. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Welcome, 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 welcome. You have so much to choose from and so much more new good stuff coming your way. Hernandez Romero says, is your workouts better than walking on my treadmill? I need to lose 30 pounds, but not sure which is better. I am here for the first time. Oh my gosh, it's so great to meet you. So here's the thing. Exercise is fantastic for your mental and physical health, but it does not give you weight loss all by itself. Exercise in and of itself does not drive weight loss. It doesn't. What drives weight loss, the main driver of weight loss, is eating the right number of calories every day. And then there are 4 other things that you also need to do every single day that all work in concert. It's like synergy. They all work together really well. But the main driver, the one in the driver's seat and then everybody else is on the bus. But the one in the driver's seat is eating the right number of calories every single day. And I have a resource for you in the description of literally all of my most recent videos. There is a description box link for you to go get my free resource. It's called the 5-0 method because there are 5 things to do. And every day you say, oh, I had no idea it could be this easy. But the 5-0 method tells you all 5 things. It gives you the calculators to figure out how many calories. It talks about how much water you need, how much sleep you need, all of those kinds of things to really kind of get your mind in the right place so that you can lose weight successfully. So is it better to do a workout in your living room or on your treadmill? It's whichever one you would prefer. Honestly, anything that you enjoy doing is good for you as long as you do it moderately and you don't expect to lose weight from exercise alone, because exercise alone is not how we lose weight. Love that question. Meredith says, loving this series coming from a previous slacker. I love it. This is the great thing. This is the great thing about having, 20 minutes a day. It's totally doable. And I'm just gonna throw this out here. Don't call yourself a slacker. It's not nice. It's not nice to call people names, especially yourself. Sarith says, how much do you actually exercise? And I want to have your arms. Well, I'm using my arms, so I'm going to keep those, but you can have your own. That's awesome. And I actually have a video about how much I exercise every day as well. Well, the video that I put out, that was a while ago now. That was almost a year ago. It was like 9 months ago. It was what I was doing when I was losing weight. And so I talked about how, I get up in the morning and I hop on the treadmill, and it really depends on my filming schedule. Right now, my filming schedule is such that, from finishing January and going into February, I'm not on the treadmill at all anymore. Like, I really haven't run very much over the course of the past month because I'm filming so much. When I am filming, I am not doing other things. So the main basis of my workouts is what you see. Those are my main workouts. I also like to run, so I do run, but I only run on days when I am not filming workouts, because I have found that trying to do both of those things is just way, way, way too much for me. And I'm not trying to lose weight anymore, but for me, going beyond moderate, really, it shows up on the scale. It shows up in my energy level. I keep myself to a moderate level so that I can get on with my life, so that I can do my job and do the things that I love doing. Excuse me. Debbie says, I'm excited. I'm enjoying the daily exercise and therapy session. So awesome. Oh my gosh, I just did that thing where the chat totally bounced around. Let me see if I can say hello to some more people. Oh my gosh. Okay, there was a lot more chat that I didn't realize I had seen. Okay, so I love it. Fern says that she's lost weight during the 31 days, and even my husband has joined me. Oh, that's so exciting. So fantastic. More words, says Paula, what are your thoughts about the timing of eating before or after working out and what to eat? Honestly, I think you should eat when you're hungry or when you want to. The thing about trying to get too granular with stuff is that that's really only important for like high level athletes. Your body can handle a lot. It can handle a lot of variety. It can handle a lot of not doing the exact right thing, and you can still see progress. Do what you want to do. And then as you get more fit, as you get closer to your goal, as you get into this, like 15 years in, I'm finally seeing some things that work for me and some things that don't. For me personally, I don't like to eat right before I work out, because it doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel like it settles well. It doesn't feel like energy. So I, generally speaking, do not. However, having said that, when I'm working out later in the day, of course I have eaten before, but I don't feel tied to you have to eat X amount right before or you have to eat X amount right afterwards. Your body can handle it, and your body doesn't need that level of intense care while you are meeting a bigger goal. While you are meeting the big goal of, losing weight or just getting in shape in general, eat when you want to eat what you want to eat in portions that make sense. Don't overthink it. Like, really, ever. Don't overthink it. Overthinking almost never leads to like good stuff. Akira says, I did the weight loss playlist from last year back to back from May to December. I'm now doing the walk off the weight. I love it. It's the first time in my life exercising every day without getting injured. Oh my gosh, I love that. Judy says, hi Paula, love your workouts. It's been a heat wave here in Australia. Oh my gosh. I have a couple of friends on Facebook who are in the Killer Beehive, my Facebook group, who are from Australia. And I'm like, it's really hard to picture. As we were talking about earlier, we're having like stormy weather here, but I love that you're having nice warm summer weather. Between that and hot flashes, it sucks. I've been doing your workouts in the pool. Oh, I love it. Is that it's effective. Here's the thing about effective. And I love that there's a couple of questions about effectiveness and what is better. The thing that is best is exercising consistently. There is nothing magic about any one workout ever. Doing one workout one time nets you almost nothing. Doing a workout over time nets you everything you want in the world. Worrying about whether or not something is effective, especially when your alternative is to not do it at all because it's so hot. I mean, which one do you think is more effective? Working out in the pool or not working out? Obviously, working out in the pool is going to be more effective. So again, your brain is just offering you, oh, this is different, therefore it must be scary and wrong. That's all this is. This is a thought that your brain has offered you as though you have gone to, a restaurant and here's what's on the menu. This is wrong. Don't do it. And the thing is, you can send that menu back. You can tell the waiter, no, thank you. I'd like to see a better menu. Help yourself to thinking a better thought. What I am doing is getting me where I want to go. It's a beautiful thought, right? Doesn't that feel amazing? What I am doing is getting me where I want to go. Boom. And it will, because you'll be focused on where you want to go and not looking for problems with what you are doing right now. Linda, hey, it's good to see you. Kay says, thank you. Karen, hey, good morning. What a nice surprise. I know. I didn't really talk this up very much. It kind of surprised me too, I'll be honest. I've been busy with the month of January and getting ready for February. All of a sudden, it was the last week in January. I was like, oh my gosh, I do a live on the last Wednesday of every month. I should really put that out. So I'm glad you're here. And Sunya says, I managed to catch the live for the first time ever, and I've been working out with Pahla and been a member of the Killer Beehive for about half a year now. Oh, hello from Germany. That's so awesome. Cece Mama says, you're helping me so much, Pahla. I'm so glad. Missy, hey, Pahla, I'm on day 10 of your workouts. I'm in my early 30s with back issues, and I want to thank you for making a program that focuses on core and preventing injury. Yes. My friends, always take care of your pain. When you have any kind of issues or problems or whatever, always make sure that you're taking care of your pain. And I'm super, super happy that you're enjoying the workouts. Melissa says, good morning from Illinois. And I don't really know how to pronounce your name, and I apologize. That says, I've been trying your workouts and I feel a substantial change. Greeting from Spain. That's so awesome. Layla says, can teenagers follow your workouts and still lose weight? So again, teenagers can follow my workouts and have a wonderful time, but here's the deal. Exercise is not how we lose weight. Karen, thank you so much. Oh, that was really sweet. Says, thank you so much for caring for each and every one of your bees. Thank you so much for your generous super chat. I really appreciate that. And I do care. And I know you know that. But Layla, here's the thing. You lose weight by eating the right number of calories. Even teenagers, everybody. Teenagers tend to have a lot more energy. So they can have a lot of fun with workouts and probably do like more working out. So when I'm talking about moderation and all those kinds of things, that'll be really good for a teenager who's like really not been working out at all. Like it's a great place to start. Your teenager will unless you are the teenager, but I mean, a teenager will very likely progress beyond what my workouts are pretty quickly. Like being in shape at all, but being that young and having just that much energy, you'll be able to do a lot more than us ladies of a certain age. But the way to lose weight is by eating the right number of calories every single day. And Denise says, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, my friend. Oh my gosh, Linda, I didn't know that you were originally from Roseville. Small world. That's so crazy. And yes, I do live in Sacramento. That's so fun. I know exactly where Roseville is. Don't you love that, you guys? Like when you see somebody kind of out of context and you don't know that they're from where you're from. Like when people talk about, I mean, I'm originally, I grew up in Washington and then continued growing up in Modesto, which is just south of Sacramento. And anytime anybody says something about like Washington State or about Modesto, I'm always like, oh, tell me everything. Like we went to the same place. We were in the same place at the same time. That's so crazy. Rosamond says, good morning from, oh my gosh. Okay, Rosamond, if you don't know me, I'm not good at pronouncing things. You're from Canada, and that's the one I can pronounce. Denise says, where do you find a good food tracker or a food tracker? I'm going for 50-pound weight loss. Here's the thing about food trackers. Honestly, use any of them. Like the food tracking it's all about what seems easiest to you. It really, really, really has nothing to do with a tracker being good. Here's what you want to be careful of. Don't just use the number they give you. Like download my resource, the 5-0 method, calculate your own number of calories. You determine what number of calories you are eating every single day. So you disable that thing in the tracker that tells you, oh, you've exercised, so now you get to eat more. But oh, you start your day with practically nothing. No. You put in the number. That's the number you get to. The trackers, like just calculating your food, they're all the same. You could Google it and write it on a piece of paper. Like truly, trackers offer you very little in the terms of other than functionality. That's all you're looking for in a tracker is functionality. So if it's easiest for you to simply write it on a piece of paper and use a calculator and Google everything, do that. If you want to learn how to use an app like MyFitnessPal or Lose It or any number of other ones, that was not a recommendation. Those are just the ones that I could think of off the top of my head. They're all the same and slightly different. Pick the one that seems the easiest for you to use so that you will actually use it. That's the only reason you would need a food tracker. You calculate your own calories though. Don't just use the number that they spit out at you because it's always wrong, just so you know. It's always so low. Penny says, thanks for the advice on emotions, listening on my way to work and was crying about my weight. You know what? And that has such good information for you. Listen to what you are telling yourself, because here's the thing. Your weight isn't worth crying over. There's something else that is worth crying over, for sure. But your weight, that's your body. And your body is beautiful and lovable and amazing and miraculous. You can cry because it's miraculous, like sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm completely overcome with just how amazing our bodies are. I mean, you guys, have you ever thought about it? Like, have you ever just literally sat down for like even 3 minutes and thought about what an insane miracle your body is? Insane. Your body breathes. Your body came out of a sack of goo that it lived in for 9 months and then learned how to breathe air like that. Who does that? Who does that? I know, every mammal on earth, but like, why? How? That's crazy miraculous. It is beyond my understanding to figure out how miraculous we are, how complex, how amazing all of the systems in our body, how they all work together, how they all know what to do. And sometimes, yeah, we notice when they don't do things the way that we would like them to do things. I mean, I'm thinking of like diseases and whatnot. Like that's sad that a body would do that, but it's also like fascinating that a body could do that. It's amazing. Don't cry about your body unless you're crying about how beautiful you are. That's totally okay with me. You can absolutely be overcome with emotion at how much of a miracle you are. But your weight, nah, that's not worth crying over. That's worth figuring out. That's worth looking at like something that you can totally figure out because you're smart enough and you're a miracle. Walking, talking, thinking, blinking miracle, my friends. Lisa says, is it possible to drink too much water for weight loss? Yes. After reading your 5-0 method, I'm actually drinking significantly more than what was recommended for me. And Lisa, here's my thing. It takes a lot. Like, I mean, you have to really, really, really be over drinking to like die from it. But yes, you can. I mean, like anything, there's a bell curve. It's all good for you. It's all good for you. It's all good for you until it's not. I would talk to your doctor just super quickly, because if you are that thirsty, there might be something else going on, and that's just worthy of a quick check, nice blood scan, just see what's going on, check under the hood. If you're all good, I would try and dial it back a little bit, especially if you're finding that there's something going on with like your electrolytes. Really specifically, that's what your water does. If you drink too much, it can throw off your electrolytes, which can make it difficult for you to sweat. It can make it difficult for you to regulate your temperature. It can make it difficult for lots of your body's systems because your body needs electrolytes. I mean, again, your miraculous body, everything all works together in its own perfect concert. And when we give it inputs that kind of throw it out of that concert, different things can happen. So I would just check in. It's just always worth that. Tammy says, good morning, Paula from Michigan. What you say and do is so inspiring and so positive. Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice. I love that compliment. It's my favorite. I had a person one time, and this is part of why I am who I am. And this is a good story for you. I had a boyfriend who wasn't my boyfriend anymore, so was not saying nice things to me. But he once told me that I was the most negative person that he had ever met. And I spent a lot of years thinking about what that meant. And of course I was hurt and angry, bitter about it for a while, but I took those words to heart and I was like, because he gave me some specific examples and I really thought about the energy that I was putting out in the world. And even though it was kind of a mean thing to say, I'm really grateful. Oh, I'm really grateful to him for a couple of reasons, but I'm really grateful to him for really specifically pointing something out to me that I didn't see in myself that fundamentally changed who I am as a human being now, all these years later, because I don't want to be negative. I mean, I didn't like that. I didn't like that energy either. I mean, I felt the energy, but I didn't think that I was putting it out in the world like that. And to have somebody point out to me that, yeah, Paula, this is how you are behaving in the world. It was the first time I really thought about how your own thoughts go out into the world, how they create your reality. I had lots of angry, bitter, upset thoughts, and that's how I was in the world. And now I don't have a lot of those thoughts anymore. Every once in a while about that website designer, like we talked about earlier. But like in general, I feel amazing, like most of the time. Unless I'm crying about my sister or other things sometimes. I mean, I don't feel amazing all the time, you guys. I mean, I do really want you to know that. I know that I have a bubbly personality. I know that I put out there a lot of positivity. I want you to know I feel things very deeply. I feel sad lots of times. I feel angry lots of times. I feel all of my feelings, all of them. Susan says, how much water each day? You take your weight in pounds and you divide it in half. And that's how many ounces you should be drinking. So if you weigh 150 pounds, 75 ounces is what you're aiming for. Just a Murmur. Hey, Just a Murmur. I apologize for always calling you by your screen name because that's all I know you by, but I do know your screen name and I do appreciate how often you comment. It says exercise is a gift you give yourself. It absolutely is. Love, 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 love. And Hernandez says, if you are new to exercise, which video is good to watch to lose 30 more pounds? I will put you in the direction of everything you need to know about weight loss and 50 and beyond, because it's not an exercise video. It explains everything you need to know because it's not exercise that causes you to lose weight. Amy, hey, Amy. I balanced on the ice this morning. You know, I was thinking about you the other day. You told me a story, gosh, a long time ago. I'm going to read your comment here in a second. But you told me a story a long time ago about how you had something in your boot one time when you were going for a walk and how you were able to stand on one foot and pull off your boot and shake out whatever rock was in there or whatever and put it back on. I did that the other day and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I can do what Amy can do because I think you have better balance than me. Anyways, I balanced on the ice this morning, saved a broken bone. Thank you, Paula, for the years of balance practice. Love, love, love. Good to see you, Amy. Oh, and Hannah says, why are the shirts so expensive? You know what? I have nothing to do with that. One of the things that YouTube offers me as a YouTuber is this ability to put the Teespring t-shirts on here. I have nothing to do with their production. I put the designs on there for the people who want them. I've ordered a couple of them for myself. They're just kind of fun, but I have no control over the prices. And I've had people ask me this. I have no control over the prices or the quality because I have actually heard from somebody that they didn't like one of the shirts and I felt really bad about that. And I don't know which one it was. Otherwise I would pull that from my shelf. Because even the place that I go through that I put the designs on, they have different providers. So even they aren't like 100% responsible for the quality because they have different manufacturers that make the stuff. So I don't have any control over the price or any of it. It's simply an option that if you like something and it sounds fun, that's awesome, but you never ever have to buy. Never ever ever have to buy stuff. Oh, Karen, thank you. I suggest starting with Paula's weight loss for women over 50. I love it. You knew that. That's so fantastic. Nancy says, I love your energy so much. Really enjoying your program, telling lots of friends. Thank you for that. I totally appreciate that. I can't tell you how happy it makes me when I get comments and comments on Facebook and comments on YouTube about, I told my friends about you, or I told my mom about you. I love that one. Or I told my sister about you. Always my favorite. I love, love, love when you tell your family and friends. That makes me super, super happy. Amanda says, good morning from North Carolina. I love your workouts. They are something I love to keep doing and can sustain. Yes, yes, yes. There is the magic about everything. Sustaining it and continuing to come back. And consistency, my friends, that will get you everywhere you want to go. So David says, since I have my cross country race next week, from now to Wednesday, what do you recommend me doing? Finish January's challenge or find stretching videos you've posted, or what do you recommend? Well, I'm going to assume that you have a coach. I hope that you have a coach for your cross country meet. And therefore, I hope that your coach has some really good suggestions for how much you should be running and what kind of recovery work you should be doing and what kinds of like core strengthening you should be doing. So obviously go with what your coach says, like 100%. Do what your coach says, because there's a reason why they're a coach. I mean, same reason I'm a coach. I can coach you for lots of things. I'm not a cross-country coach, so I can't give you a lot of information about that, but I will tell you that if you have been training well and feeling good with where you are right now, keep doing what you've been doing rather than trying to make an abrupt change right now. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So do what you've been doing and follow your coach's advice, and you're going to do just fine. Love, love, love. Priscilla says, oh gosh, excuse me. I'm not sure. Sorry. This is my thinking face. I'm removing a comment here. Okay. Sorry. Oh, AE says, I apologize for misspelling your name. You guys, if I had $1 for everybody who misspelled my name, it does not bother me in the least. All of my friends, all of you who have unusual names, who have unusual spellings, who have names that actually look perfectly fine but are pronounced differently, I feel you on a deep soul level, and I know that you know that it doesn't bother us at all. We have lived our whole life with people mispronouncing our names, and we'll continue to, and it's just not that big of a deal. But thank you. That was really sweet of you. Shauna, thank you. You know how much I love that little pair. Little fitness pair is like my favorite thing ever. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is adorable. It's good to see you this morning, my friend. Oh, Moo, okay, you know I'm going to butcher this name and I totally apologize, but Moo and Mel en France says, bonjour, from this Anglo-French couple in France. We're doing your challenge. I know, because I keep seeing your comments, and thank you so much for commenting. I love it. Terrific fun when with changes in our lifestyles. I've lost over 3 kilograms since January. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. That's fantastic. Rivka says, why do you do the exercises without sneakers? I love this question. I will tell you, it's just a personal preference. It's not a political statement. It's not a recommendation for you. I just like working out barefoot. And honestly, I never thought about it until so many people started asking me about it on YouTube. It just never occurred to me. I don't wear shoes. I mean, I wear shoes out of the house, of course. But like when I get home, I take off my shoes. It's just really comfortable for me to be barefoot. And I mean, 7 years ago when I turned on the camera, if you watch my very first video, it's a paper plate video, and I did have shoes on. But other than that one, I still wear shoes. I tell you what, 7 years ago when I started on YouTube, it did not occur to me that at some point, 7.5 years later, that I would have 150,000 subscribers and be doing what I do all these years later. It just didn't occur to me. It was not a long-term goal. It was a whim. I went on YouTube as an absolute whim, and then found that I loved it so much, and it turned into something that I can enjoy and sustain. Consistency, you guys. So I've never put shoes on because it's not what I normally do. And that's all. If you like to work out barefoot, work out barefoot. If you don't have to. It's totally okay. I love it. Sarah says, hi, Paula. Thank you for all your words of wisdom conveyed with such humor. I try. I tell you the other day, you guys, I appreciated how many people appreciated my joke about this must be what other fitness trainers feel like when I was so quiet. I crack myself up, and I love it when you guys laugh along. GC says, my friend, you're an inspiration and full of lots of information. Thanks so much. My question is, at times I don't sweat after a workout. Is that a sign that the workout was effective or not? You know what? That's not really a sign, honestly, of anything other than your level of sweat. Effective, again, coming back to the thing about how no one workout gives you a whole lot of anything. I mean, one workout gives you a teeny tiny benefit in and of itself. Where you get the benefits is by coming back to a workout every single day. Consistency over time is where all of the benefits come from. So, if you don't sweat much or ever, I'm going to point you in the direction of your doctor. Just go ask, because there are people who literally don't sweat and it can be dangerous. But like for 99% of us, sometimes I don't sweat very much. And sometimes I sweat so heavily it's embarrassing. So it's probably, it has a lot to do with what's going on in your personal ecosystem with your electrolytes, your hydration level, what you've eaten, your intensity for that day. I mean, even though we're always trying to keep it moderate every single day, there are some days when you're more energetic and some days when you're less energetic. That's very, very natural and the way that your body works. So once in a while, if you don't feel very sweaty, don't worry about it. And like for reals, don't worry about it. And don't let your monkey chatter, don't let your brain offer you, well, that must not have been very good. I mean, here's the thing. When you go to a restaurant and they hand you a menu that only offers you yucky things, you can get up and leave that restaurant, or you can send the menu back and ask for the menu that says, I'm doing exactly the right thing today. I'm doing exactly the right thing right now because I love that menu. Such a beautiful thing to order. Misty says it's okay to work out every day. We are taught that rest days are necessary, and that is absolutely true if you are changing your intensity every day. Most of us are taught to train like athletes, which is my body shaping series, where one day is significantly harder than the other days. And then there's a couple of days of like moderation. And then there's the day right after the push day where it's rest and recovery. There's lots of variation to it. Lots of trainers train you as an athlete. I am training you as a 50-year-old woman. I am training you as somebody who is really just trying to get in shape for life, who is just really doing what I do to get through my day. A little bit of exercise every single day done moderately is perfectly safe as long as you talk to your doctor and you're not injuring yourself. I mean, some people will have an exception to this. Of course, talk to your doctor if you have really specific concerns. But the reason that I really preach moderation is because you can do it every day. Because you should never feel so sore that you need to recover from it. You should never feel like you've worked so hard that you can't work out. When you just do a little something, we're just chugging along. We're working our way through life. And it keeps us nice and fit. We don't ever have to be like super athletic. Unless you want to be. If you want to be super athletic, oh my gosh, go for it. Absolutely go for it. And then you definitely need rest days. Your body needs to recover from an athletic push. For those of us who are, I call it fit for life, meaning that we are functionally fit to do the things that we want to do in everyday life, you could do something every day. It's totally okay. You guys, I have reached my limit, but let me go ahead and answer one more question because I feel like there was at least, here, let me read Shauna's comment. Shauna, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I just love your mind work. It's so important and I use it in everything in my day-to-day life to stop and think and actually feel my feelings. Hard, but amazing. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. You guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Vicky, whose name is spelled unusually, says, or even a nickel for each misspell. Yes, indeed. And Heidi is from Washington State. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. I tell you what, there was lots of comments that I did not get to, and I know that this is exactly why we do this kind of thing regularly here on YouTube, the last Wednesday of every single month. If you like Facebook and want to be on Facebook, come on over to the Killer Beehive. Every Friday, we do a little something like this too. You guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you the day after tomorrow. I will see you the whole first week of February. I will see you every day in the videos. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here.